Humans looked up. The sky was full of strange shapes. Massive ships hovered above cities. People ran in fear. Children cried. Soldiers shouted commands. No one knew what to do. The aliens did not speak. Their ships glowed with cold blue lights. They moved slowly, but with power. Buildings shook slightly. Windows broke. Cars stopped on streets. A silence fell across the world. Captain James stood on the hill. He watched the nearest ship. It was taller than any building. He felt fear, but also curiosity. He knew humans had to act. A small team was chosen. They moved toward the landing zone. The ground trembled under their feet. Dust rose into the air. The aliens looked at them. Their eyes shone like stars. No voice came from them, only the glow and the stare. It made humans feel tiny. Sergeant Lee whispered, "They are not like anything we have seen." The captain nodded. He remembered old stories, stories of war and courage. But this was different. This was real. Humans tried to communicate. They raised their hands. They shouted words. The aliens did nothing. They only observed. It felt like hours, but it was only minutes. The soldiers noticed movement. Small lights ran across the alien ship. Patterns changed in rhythm. The humans could not understand, but it seemed intelligent. The captain felt a shiver. Something was coming. From the nearest city, people watched from rooftops. Some took pictures. Some prayed quietly. The air was tense. Every heartbeat was loud. Even the wind felt heavy. The aliens lowered a part of their ship. A ramp extended to the ground. The soldiers froze. The captain stepped forward. He took a deep breath. He remembered the duty. He had to protect humans. The first alien stepped down. It was tall, skin shiny and silver. No mouth was visible. Eyes glowed softly. It raised one arm slowly. Humans did not know what to do. Some held weapons. Some stayed frozen. The alien moved closer. It did not run. It did not attack. It only looked. The captain raised his hand. The alien stopped. It tilted its head slightly. The soldiers felt a strange calm. Then lights shot from the alien ship. Not beams of destruction, but signals. The patterns changed rapidly. The soldiers watched carefully. They felt something in the air, like a warning or a question. The captain thought, "What do they want from us?" A child ran forward from the street. He waved at the alien. The alien did not harm him. It only stared. Then it stepped back slowly. The ramp retracted. The ship rose slightly. The glow changed to red. The aliens made no sound, but humans felt their power. It was not fear. It was understanding. Humans realized this encounter was serious. The world was not the same anymore. Every human looked at the sky differently. Captain James turned to his team. He said quietly, "We need to learn from them. We need to prepare." The alien ships moved slowly over the city. People stayed under cover. They watched silently. Some cried quietly. Some whispered words of hope. The aliens hovered over the city square. No one dared to move. The captain noticed a pattern. The ships seemed to watch life, not destroy. It was strange. It was dangerous. It was new. The sun started to set. The sky turned orange and purple. The ships reflected the colors. It looked beautiful. It looked terrifying. Humans felt small, but they also felt alive. Something had changed.
The aliens slowly turned. They left the city. They hovered over mountains and forests. Humans followed with their eyes. The captain knew this was only the beginning. He felt a mix of fear and pride. Humans had survived the first contact, but the real challenge was coming. Night fell. Stars came out. The alien ships were gone, but the memory stayed. Humans would never forget. The sky had changed. The world had changed, and humans had to be ready.
The morning came. The sky was quiet, but humans felt it was wrong. The alien ships returned. They moved slowly over the cities. Their glow was stronger this time. Captain James watched. He could see the ships clearly. They were massive, bigger than any building, and more powerful than humans could imagine. The aliens did not speak, but their presence was heavy. Every step humans took felt small. Every heartbeat felt loud. People stayed inside. No one wanted to look outside. A scientist named Maria ran to the command center. She said quietly, "They are not here for talk." Captain James nodded. He had felt the same. The aliens wanted something. Humans had to find out. The aliens hovered above a major city. Red lights flashed from their ships. Buildings shook. Cars were thrown by strong winds. Humans screamed and ran. It was chaos. The aliens showed power, not by destroying everything, but by moving things with their minds. Humans could not fight this. Weapons were useless. The captain realized it. Humans were weak compared to them. But then a small soldier noticed something. The aliens watched carefully, but they did not destroy the entire city. They moved only what they wanted. It was precise. It was intentional. Humans had to understand it. The aliens sent a beam to the ground. It touched the city square. People froze. The beam scanned everything. Not friendly, not violent, but cold and smart. The captain gathered his soldiers. He said quietly, "We must protect the people. We must find a way. But how do you fight what you cannot touch?" Maria looked at the monitors. She said, "They are studying us, learning about us, trying to find our weakness." The captain nodded. He felt a chill down his spine. From the distance, another ship landed. This one was different, smaller, faster. It moved between the larger ships. The humans could see strange markings. They did not recognize them. A soldier shouted, "Captain, they are communicating." The captain looked carefully. The lights were changing rhythm. It seemed like language, but humans could not understand. The aliens were smarter than any human had imagined. Then a warning came. The aliens fired a warning strike, not to kill, but to show power. A skyscraper shook violently. People screamed. Humans realized resistance could be deadly. The captain thought, "We cannot give up. We cannot surrender." Humans had survived wars. Humans had survived disasters. But this was different. This was beyond anything they had seen. He gathered his team. He said, "We must fight differently. We must think smart. We have courage. We have something aliens do not. Humans do not quit." The aliens continued their survey. Cities were not safe. People hid in basements and tunnels. The sky was full of alien ships. Their glow covered the sun. Humans felt small, but they felt alive. Their spirit was unbroken. A young soldier named Alex discovered a strange pattern. The aliens always moved in a formation, always scanned carefully, never attacked without reason. It was like they were calculating, measuring humans, testing limits. Captain James realized the aliens were not monsters. They were intelligent. They were precise. They could destroy anything, but they waited. They wanted humans to react, to make a choice. The choice was clear: fight and risk death, or surrender and lose freedom. Humans had to act. Every second counted. The aliens were patient, but humans could not be patient. The day ended. The aliens hovered over the mountains, red lights glowing. Humans watched from shadows. Fear and courage mixed in their hearts. The captain knew tomorrow would be harder. The aliens had shown their power. The real threat was only beginning. Humans slept uneasily, dreams full of ships and lights. Every person felt the weight of the impossible choice: fight or surrender, courage or fear. The aliens were coming again, and humans had to be ready.
Humans watched the sky. The alien ships were everywhere. Their glow covered the sun. Fear filled every heart, but courage grew quietly. Captain James gathered his team. He said, "We cannot fight them with weapons. We need something different, something clever." Maria opened old archives. She showed a small hidden ship. It was old but advanced. It had human technology aliens did not understand. The team gasped. This could change everything. Engineers ran to the ship. They worked fast. They checked engines. They activated shields. The ship hummed with power. It was ready for humans. The aliens noticed movement. Red lights flashed from their ships. They watched closely. Their beams scanned the area. Humans froze for a moment. The captain said, "We move carefully." Alex, the young soldier, suggested a plan. "We hide the ship in the forest. We wait for the right moment." The captain nodded. It was dangerous, but necessary. The team moved the ship quietly. Trees hid it from alien eyes. Dust rose. Branches shook. Aliens scanned carefully, but they did not see everything. Humans checked the ship again. Weapons were old but clever. Missiles hidden. Energy shields active. The captain smiled slightly. This was their secret. Then the aliens sent scouts. Small ships moved toward the forest. They glowed red. Humans hid. Hearts pounded. The aliens were closer than ever. Maria whispered, "They are too smart." The captain said, "We are smarter too. Humans always find a way." The scouts hovered above the ship. Lights moved slowly. The soldiers held their breath. One wrong step could be the end. The aliens scanned, then moved on. Humans exhaled slowly. The ship was safe for now, but time was short. The captain said, "We have one chance. We must strike with speed and surprise." Engineers finished preparation, missiles ready, shields at maximum. The ship moved silently. It waited for the moment. Suddenly, aliens moved faster. Red lights brightened. They were scanning the forest again. Humans froze. The captain whispered, "Now." The ship launched. Missiles flew in secret. They did not destroy. They distracted. Lights and signals confused the aliens. The ships hesitated. The aliens did not expect clever humans. Humans moved quietly. They planned their next step. The aliens were distracted. The ship could escape. The captain felt hope. Humans had a chance. Alex looked at the sky. He said, "We are small but smart. Humans can do what aliens cannot see." The captain nodded. They had discovered the first secret. The aliens were powerful. They could destroy everything. But humans had courage. They had intelligence. They had the secret weapon. It was not only technology.
It was human spirit. The night fell. Aliens hovered above. Humans stayed in the shadows. The ship waited quietly. Tomorrow would bring action. The impossible challenge was only beginning, but humans were ready.
The morning was quiet, but the tension was heavy. Humans gathered in the command center. The alien ships hovered above. Their red glow filled the sky. Captain James looked at his team. He felt the weight of the choice. Fight and risk millions of lives, or surrender and lose freedom forever. Maria spoke quietly. We have the ship. We have strategy, but they are stronger. The captain nodded. He knew the truth. Every human life was at stake. Alex, the young soldier, said, "We can try. We can fight smart." The captain looked at him. Courage filled his heart, but fear also lingered. The aliens moved slowly. Their lights scanned cities. They did not attack yet, but humans knew the attack could come at any moment. The captain gathered the team. He said, "We make a choice now. We cannot wait. We act, or we lose everything." Engineers prepared the secret ship, missiles and shields ready. Every human had a role. Soldiers held weapons. Scientists calculated movements. Everyone waited. The aliens tested humans. Beams scanned the command center. Lights changed in rhythm. It was like a challenge, a test of courage, a test of humanity. The captain closed his eyes. He thought of families. He thought of children. He thought of the world. And he made the impossible choice. They would fight. The ship moved quietly. It hid in the shadows. The soldiers followed silently. The aliens did not know humans were ready. They believed humans were weak. They were wrong. Humans moved strategically. They lured alien scouts into traps. Missiles fired in secret. Lights and signals confused the aliens. The humans surprised them. Even the aliens hesitated. The choice was risky. Every step could be death. But humans had courage. They had something aliens could not see. They had spirit. They had will. They had determination. The city watched silently. People hid in fear. But hope grew in their hearts. Humans were fighting. They were resisting. They were proving something important. The captain watched the alien ships. He felt pride. Humans may be small. Humans may have no natural weapons, but they never quit. That was their true power. The aliens fired warning beams, not to destroy, but to scare. Humans stayed calm. They moved with care. Every action calculated. The secret ship launched again. Missiles flew quietly. Lights flashed. The aliens were confused. Humans were clever. The battle had begun, but the real fight was in courage. The captain looked at his team. He said, "This is the choice, impossible but necessary. Fight and risk everything, or surrender and lose all." Humans had chosen, and they would not regret it. The aliens hovered silently, their eyes on humans. They waited to see what humans would do. Every second was heavy. Every breath was tense. The impossible choice had been made. The morning was dark. Alien ships covered the sky. Humans prepared quietly. Every heartbeat felt loud. Every step felt heavy. Captain James watched the horizon. He knew the aliens were calculating. They were waiting.
testing humans, measuring courage and weakness. Maria checked the monitors. She saw a signal. It came from space. Strange, unknown, but friendly, or at least it seemed. Alex said quietly, "Captain, someone is helping us." The captain frowned. "We cannot trust easily, but maybe we have no choice." The signal moved carefully. It directed humans to a hidden location. The engineers followed. They found a small alien ship, different from the invaders. It did not glow red. It glowed green softly. A voice came through translator. "Do not be afraid. We wish to help." Humans froze. Trust was hard, but the situation was worse than fear. Captain James stepped forward. He said, "We need your help. The aliens above are strong. We cannot fight alone." The unknown ally replied, "We know. We have watched. We can help." The plan was simple but risky. Humans and the ally would lure alien scouts. They would confuse the larger ships. The ally had technology humans could not imagine. It was fast. It was precise. It could match the alien power. Soldiers moved carefully. The secret ship was ready, missiles and shields active. The aliens noticed something strange. Humans moved with purpose, not fear, not panic, but courage and strategy. The Allies sent signals to humans, showing safe paths, showing weak points in the alien formation. The humans followed without hesitation. Every step mattered. Every action counted. The aliens above noticed the change. They did not understand the tactic. Humans were clever. They moved quietly, avoided detection, set traps with ally signals. The suspense grew. The secret ship launched. Missiles flew. Lights flashed. Aliens were confused. They could not predict human movement. The ally helped guide each action. The humans were smarter than ever. The city watched silently. Hope grew in hearts. People hid in shadows, but belief grew. Humans had allies. They were not alone. They could fight. Captain James looked at the sky. He felt pride. Humans were small. Humans were weak, but they were clever. They had courage. They had determination. And now they had help. The aliens noticed the difference. Their strategy failed. They could not predict humans. Humans and their ally moved like one. It was dangerous. It was clever. It was human. The sun began to rise. Aliens hovered above. Humans prepared for the next strike. The ally remained hidden, but ready to act. The impossible challenge became possible. Humans were ready.
The morning was tense. Alien ships hovered above. Humans were ready. The secret ship waited, shields and missiles active. Soldiers held positions. Captain James looked at the horizon. He felt pride and fear. The aliens were strong, but humans were clever. They had strategy. They had courage. They had allies. The first scout approached, red lights glowing. Humans hid. Missiles launched quietly. The scout exploded silently. Other aliens noticed. They moved faster. The city watched in silence. People held their breath. Explosions lit the sky. Smoke rose slowly. Humans moved carefully. Every step calculated. Alex led a small team. They lured alien scouts into traps.
Lights and signals confused the enemies. The Ally guided humans perfectly. The aliens did not understand. Humans surprised them again. The secret ship moved. It flew between enemy ships. Missiles fired from hidden positions. Shields blocked counterattacks. The aliens were shocked. They had never faced this before. The battle grew intense. Red lights clashed with green. Explosions shook the sky. Buildings trembled slightly. Humans ran carefully. Soldiers moved with precision. Captain James shouted, "Hold positions! Do not panic!" Humans were small but smart. They used strategy aliens did not expect. Every human acted as one. Every action mattered. Maria controlled the signals. She guided missiles and troops. The Ally sent secret paths. Aliens were confused. They could not predict human moves. The humans gained advantage. The battle reached the city square. Aliens tried to attack directly, but humans had prepared traps. They dodged carefully. Missiles hit enemy ships. Lights flashed everywhere. The city shook, but humans survived. The aliens grew frustrated. They increased firepower, but humans stayed calm. They moved cleverly. Every counterattack was precise. The aliens could not win with power alone. Alex said, "We can do this. Humans have spirit. They have courage." The captain nodded. Humans were proving their strength. The impossible fight was real. The secret ship fired the final strike. A signal from the Ally amplified the attack. Alien ships exploded in sequence. Lights disappeared from the sky. Humans had survived. Humans had won a great part. The city cheered quietly. People came out from hiding. They looked at the sky. Aliens retreated slowly. The humans had shown cleverness and courage. They had faced impossible odds, and they had survived. Captain James looked at his team. He said quietly, "Humans are small, but we are smart. We are brave. We never quit." The aliens learned today, humans are not easy to defeat. The night fell. Stars appeared. Humans celebrated quietly. The Ally stayed hidden, but humans knew help was real. The battle was over, but the war was not finished. Humans had won today, and they had proven their strength.
The morning was calm. The sky was empty. The alien ships had retreated. Humans watched silently. Relief and pride mixed in every heart. Captain James stood on the hill. He looked at the city. Buildings were damaged, but people survived. The impossible battle was over. Maria checked the monitors. All alien signals were gone. The Ally remained hidden, but humans knew they were real. They had helped humanity survive. Alex walked among the soldiers. He said quietly, "We did it. We faced impossible odds. We did not quit." The captain nodded. Humans had shown their true power. The city slowly recovered. People came out of hiding. They looked at the sky differently. Fear was replaced by respect. They knew humans were strong, even without natural weapons. Humans had courage and spirit. The captain gathered his team. He said, "Today, humans showed something important. We are small. We have no claws, no armor, no natural power, but we have will. We have courage. We have intelligence, and we never quit." The Allies sent one final signal, a soft green light.
Humans understood the message. They had respect for human bravery. They had seen the spirit of a species. The humans had earned recognition. People celebrated quietly. The world felt new. Humans looked at the stars, no longer with fear, but with pride. They knew they mattered in the universe. Captain James walked through the city. He saw children playing, people rebuilding, the soldiers standing tall. The world had changed, and humans had changed it themselves. Humans had faced the impossible. They had made a choice. They had fought. They had survived, and they had triumphed. The aliens would remember. The galaxy would remember. Humans were not weak. Humans were clever. Humans were brave. Humans were unstoppable when united. Night fell. Stars shone bright. The city glowed. Humans looked at the sky with hope. The impossible was done. Humanity had triumphed, and the legend of human courage would live forever. Captain James whispered, "We are human. We never quit. We never surrender, and we always rise." The story ended, but the spirit remained. Humans had become stronger. The galaxy had learned. The era of human courage had begun.